What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here. And guys, today I'm going to go over the South divisions in the NFL. So starting off, we have the Indianapolis Colts. And it was a rough offseason for the Indianapolis Colts as they lost their quarterback for like the first, how many weeks? Like 13 weeks he's going to be out. Carson Wentz is out for like 13 weeks. So it's going to be tough for the Indianapolis Colts fans because starting off they have the Seattle Seahawks, which I think they will lose to in that game. Then they have the LA Rams week 2, another tough matchup, so I have them losing again. Then the Tennessee Titans, I think they will win against the Indianapolis Colts. Then week 4 they get their first win in Miami, I think. In Miami. Then week 5 they win against the Baltimore Ravens. Then week 6 they win against the Houston Texans. So Indianapolis Colts are on a 3-game win streak, but then they go to San Francisco to face the 49ers and lose. Let's get this ad out of the way. Sorry about this. Then they will lose to the Tennessee Titans. So they're on a 2-game losing streak. Who's next? The New York Jets are next, which I think they will lose to the New York Jets and Zach Wilson. Then I have them winning against Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then I have them losing to the Buffalo Bills, losing to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, then winning against the Texans, then losing to the Patriots, then losing to the Arizona Cardinals, then winning against the Indianapolis Colts, because this is when Carson Wentz will come back, so they will beat the Las Vegas Raiders here, and then they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, so 7-10, not as bad as we thought, but still a rough season. They're not going to make the playoffs. Sorry, Indianapolis Colts fans, this is not your year. So now let's move on to the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans are next on the list. Let me get their schedule up real quick. So week 1, they face the Arizona Cardinals, and I think they win that game. Then week 2, they face the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, so I have them losing that game. Then they face the Colts, which they beat. Then they face the Jets, which they beat. Then they face the Jaguars, which they beat. Then they knock into the Buffalo Bills and lose to the Buffalo Bills. Then they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Then they beat the Colts. Then the LA Rams go home and face the Tennessee Titans, which they will beat the Tennessee Titans. Then they go back home to face the New Orleans Saints, and they beat the New Orleans Saints. Let's go back up. Then they beat the Houston Texans. Then they beat the New England Patriots. Mike Vrabel, former team as a player, he played for the New England Patriots. Then they have the bye week. Then they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars off the bye week. Then they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then they beat the San Francisco 49ers. Then they beat the Miami Dolphins. Yeah. Then they beat the Houston Texans. Yep, they beat the Houston Texans. And then they beat the Los Angeles Chargers. So let's see right here, what is their final record? 13-4, great season for the Tennessee Titans. I have them making the playoffs. So now let's move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence. Looking forward to watching that team play. See what Trevor Lawrence brings to the team. So week 1, they have the Houston Texans, so I think Trevor Lawrence will get his first win in his first week at quarterback, or are they starting the other guy? I don't know if they're going to start Trevor Lawrence. Probably. I think they will start Trevor Lawrence week 1. So Trevor Lawrence gets his first win in the NFL week 1. Then he gets his second win against the Denver Broncos. So Jacksonville Jaguars are starting off 2-0. Then they run into the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray, which I have them losing that game. Then they beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Then I have them losing to the Tennessee Titans. Then I have them losing to the Miami Dolphins. Then I have them losing to the Seattle Seahawks. Then I have them losing to the Buffalo Bills. Then I have them losing to the Indianapolis Colts. Then I have them losing to the San Francisco 49ers. Then I have them losing to the Atlanta Falcons. Then I have them losing to the LA Rams. Then losing to the Tennessee Titans. Then I have them beating the Houston Texans. Then I have them beating the New York Jets and Zach Wilson. Then I have them getting beat by New England, and then the Indianapolis Colts beat them week 18. So the final record for the Jacksonville Jaguars will be 5-12. Sorry, Jacksonville Jaguars fans, but you guys did improve with Trevor Lawrence. You guys won one game last year, and it's gonna be 5-12 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So let's move on to the last team in this division, the Houston Texans. And this is a tough schedule for the Houston Texans. Jesus. So week 1, I have them losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then I have them losing to the Cleveland Browns. Then I have them losing to the Carolina Panthers. Then losing to the Buffalo Bills. Then losing to the New England Patriots. Then losing to the Indianapolis Colts. Then losing to the Arizona Cardinals. Then losing to the LA Rams. Then losing to the Miami Dolphins. So sorry, Texans fan, what's going on here? Again, it glitched out. Sorry. Miami Dolphins, they lose. Hello.